This video is about the Zodiac Killer. You've probably heard the basics, right? A shadowy figure from the 60s who killed a few people and sent some creepy letters. But what if I told you the story we think we know is just the surface? Because behind the headlines and the horror, there's a tale of bizarre clues, failed justice, and a criminal who wanted to be famous and made sure we never forgot him. Today, I'm unraveling this decades-old mystery, piece by piece. We'll explore the confirmed killings, the taunts, the suspects, and the mountain of confusion he left behind. This isn't just a murder mystery. It's a psychological cat-and-mouse game that still has no winner. And if you love deep dives into unsolved crimes, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. You never know which case will crack open next. It all started with a date night. That never ended. December 20th, 1968. Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday were just two teenagers parked along Lake Herman Road in Berryessa, California. But in a flash of gunfire, everything changed. No robbery, no assault, just execution-style violence, and then silence. No one knew it yet, but this was only the first act. Fast forward 7 months. July 4th, 1969. Blue Rock Springs Park. Another couple, another car, another ambush. Darlene Ferrin was killed. Michael Mageau barely survived. But what really shook police wasn't just the bullets. It was the phone call afterward. A calm male voice calling from a payphone near the station. "I also killed those kids last year." He even named the weapon 9mm Luger. Who calls the cops after committing a double shooting and then casually takes credit for a previous one? That's when they realized they weren't dealing with a regular criminal. Just days later, boom! Letters land at 3 newspapers, each one nearly identical, each claiming responsibility for both attacks, each containing part of a cipher. A 408-symbol puzzle the writer insisted would reveal his identity. And he had demands. Print these on the front page, or more people would die. The signature, a strange crossed circle symbol, and one terrifying introduction. "This is the Zodiac speaking," and just like that, the name stuck. September 27th, 1969. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were picnicking at Lake Berryessa. It was peaceful, sunny, serene, until a man in a black hood appeared. A bizarre, medieval-looking executioner mask, emblazoned with that same creepy symbol. He tied them up, stabbed them repeatedly, and then walked away. But he didn't stop there. He took a marker, approached Brian's car, and wrote on the door dates of the previous attacks and a chilling line, "By knife." Later he called the police again, same calm tone. "I'm the one who did it." Cecilia didn't survive. Brian did, and became one of the Zodiac's few living witnesses. October 11th, 1969. A cab driver named Paul Stine picks up a fare in San Francisco's upscale Presidio Heights. Minutes later, he's shot point-blank in the head. The killer takes a piece of Stine's bloody shirt, wipes down the scene, and vanishes. Teens across the street see him. Police respond, but here's the twist. A bolo had gone out for a black suspect. A mistake. So when officers passed a white man walking away casually, they let him go. Yeah, it could have ended right there. 2 days after the murder, the Zodiac sends another letter, with a piece of the bloody shirt enclosed. Now he's mocking police, threatening to shoot out the tires of a school bus, then pick off the kiddies. This wasn't just crime, it was performance. He wanted the world to watch. That first cipher, the Z408, solved in 1969. It said, "I like killing people because it is so much fun. Man is the most dangerous animal of all." Chilling, but no name. The second cipher, the Z340, remained a mystery for 51 years, until 2020, when a trio of amateur codebreakers cracked it. The decoded message: "I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber." Still no name. 2 other ciphers, the Z13 and Z32, to this day, unsolved. So either he was playing a game with no real answers, or he was smarter than we ever imagined. Over the decades, thousands of people have been floated as suspects, but only one was ever publicly named by police: Arthur Lee Allen. He had the Zodiac brand watch. His shoe size matched a print at one scene. He had creepy conversations about killing, but DNA from a Zodiac stamp didn't match him. His handwriting didn't match either, and eyewitnesses, including the cop who saw the man near Paul Stine's cab, said Allen didn't look like the guy. So, dead end. There was Lawrence Kane, allegedly stalked one victim, had a voice some survivors said could match. Even some Cipher theorists claim his name is hidden in the codes. Then Gary Poste, touted by a group called the Case Breakers. They pointed to scars, weapons, alleged DNA similarities, but none of it has held up under scrutiny. Others, Richard Gaikowski, Richard Marshall, Earl Van Best Jr., all intriguing, all circumstantial. Every theory feels just plausible enough, but none have sealed the deal. You'd think with all the letters, stamps, and evidence, we'd have a DNA match by now, right? Well, not so fast. Most of the letters are too old. Some were possibly handled by others. And the partial DNA profile we do have, too incomplete to be decisive. Fingerprints? We have dozens, some bloody ones from the cab, a wet palm print from a payphone. But again, no matches to anyone we know. Even with today's tech, the Zodiac's trail stays cold. That's the other haunting mystery. Why did the Zodiac suddenly go quiet? The last confirmed letter came in 1974. The last confirmed murder? 1969. Did he die? Go to prison? Get institutionalized? Or did he simply get bored? Or worse, keep killing but without taking credit? Some believe he kept going, that he hid his later crimes as normal murders. The Zodiac once warned us he'd do exactly that. For over 50 years, this case has haunted Northern California and the entire country. He turned the press into his stage. He weaponized mystery, and he crafted a persona so enduring that even now, new podcasts, movies, and Reddit threads still obsess over him. Because we hate unanswered questions, and the Zodiac gave us nothing but questions. Here's a thought. What if the Zodiac wasn't some genius, but just someone who got lucky? What if all the taunting and theatrics were a smokescreen, covering up clumsy mistakes that no one connected? Or worse, what if he was watching the whole time, chuckling from the shadows, proud of the chaos he created? Maybe it's the ciphers. Maybe it's the fact he was never caught. Or maybe it's that we can't handle a story with no ending. The Zodiac Killer isn't just a criminal case. He's a symbol of fear, of failure, of the unknown. And until we get real answers, he'll keep haunting the margins of history, whispering from the shadows. If you're still here, you're just as obsessed with unsolved mysteries as I am. So go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and tell me in the comments, do you think the Zodiac was ever close to being caught? And who's your top suspect? Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep asking the questions that others forget.